Welcome to the AI Hub, a podcast for AI-driven side hustles designed for IT professionals like you.
From cutting-edge AI tools to practical, no-nonsense tips, each episode brings you closer to turning tech into income.
Tune in to discover smart and sustainable ways to boost your career and income with AI.
Welcome back to AI Hub, the show where we like to really get into all things AI. I'm Larry.
I'm Amanda.
And we're going to take a deep dive today into something that I think is especially fascinating, and that's the world of robots.
Yeah.
But smarter robots.
Yeah, smarter robots.
Physical intelligence, or PI. This is a startup that wants to give robots a major AI upgrade.
Right.
And they're using these large language models.
Right.
Similar to ChatGPT, but
I was just going to say.
For robots,
It's like ChatGPT for robots, right?
It is.
And there was a story in Wired about how PI researchers were able to teach a robot how to clean up a spilled Coke using just instructions
Using an LLM.
from an LLM.
Yeah.
So no specific programming.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Like they just gave it instructions and the robot was able to understand the task, find a sponge, and clean up the mess.
Really? Just like that?
Yeah.
Wow.
It makes you wonder what else these robots could learn, right?
Wait, if they can figure out something like that.
If they can figure that out, it makes you wonder what else is possible.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this approach could mean robots learning from
all sorts of
sources, like even YouTube videos.
Really, like imagine the possibilities there.
It's mind-blowing. It's really mind-blowing.
It is pretty exciting. But, there are definitely some challenges. Like, for example, we have tons of data, text, images to train LLMs, but we don't have this huge database of robot actions.
So we need to teach these robots how to interact with the real world.
The physical world, yeah.
Which is more complicated than just
way more complicated, yeah.
Understanding language, right?
Right. And Ken Goldberg, who's a robotics researcher at UC Berkeley, he points out that, robots are still nowhere near having human-like dexterity.
Right.
And it's going to be a long road to get them to that level.
Okay. But PI is making some progress. They have these videos of robots, doing things like folding laundry.
I know.
And cleaning a kitchen table.
It's pretty impressive. And PI's founder, Carol Houseman, he seems to think that we're on the brink of a robot revolution.
Oh, wow.
That could change everything from manufacturing to logistics.
Really? What makes him so confident? I mean, is it hype or is there something more to it?
Well, he believes that LLMs can tap into this huge knowledge base, right? So robots can learn and adapt in ways that we haven't seen before. Think of it like giving robots this massive library of knowledge and skills to draw from.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
So are we talking about robots taking over our jobs or making our lives easier or?
That's the big question.
I know, right?
And it's one that experts are still kind of debating.
So let's dive into that a little bit more.
Sure. Let's start with the potential benefits.
All right, let's explore that.
So one of the most promising things is this idea of like general purpose robots, right? Instead of having a robot for every single task, we could have one robot that learns a variety of jobs.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a game changer, wouldn't it? It could transform whole industries.
Oh, absolutely. Like manufacturing, even healthcare.
Yeah.
Think about it. Robots could handle those repetitive jobs, the physically demanding ones.
The grunt work.
Yeah, and that would free up humans to do more, creative things.
Use our brains a bit more?
Exactly. Critical thinking.
But you know what? What about all the people whose jobs?
Oh, yeah.
Would be replaced.
That's a big concern. We definitely need to talk about that.
Yeah.
But some experts think that this shift could actually lead to like totally new jobs that we haven't even thought of yet.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of like when computers first came out, everyone was worried.
Right.
But then so many new opportunities came up.
Yeah.
And to get to that point, one of the big challenges is that we got to figure out how to actually teach these robots.
Right.
It's not like LLMs where you just feed them text and images. We don't have this huge library of robot actions.
How do we create that?
Right. How do we teach them to interact with the real world?
The physical world.
Yeah, researchers are trying different things, some interesting approaches. One that seems to be gaining traction is using simulation environments. So basically a virtual training ground for robots.
So they learn in the virtual world
Yeah.
before they get unleashed in the real one.
Exactly. And these simulations, they're getting so realistic.
Wow.
Like they're factoring in things like physics, material properties, so that what the robots learn virtually can be transferred to the real world.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like they're getting real world experience.
Without breaking anything.
Right.
Without, causing a robot uprising.
Exactly. And then there's this other approach called imitation learning,
Okay.
where robots actually learn by watching humans.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like
Like a robot apprentice, right?
yeah, watch a master craftsman.
And they watch, they learn, and then they try to copy the actions.
Have there been any successful examples of that?
Oh, yeah. Researchers have used this to teach robots to do things like surgical sutures and even play musical instruments.
Wow, that's wild. So what's next for this whole field? Where do we go from here?
It's hard to say for sure, but it's moving so fast.
Yeah.
I think we're just scratching the surface.
It's definitely a space to watch. But for now, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the world of robots and LLMs. I mean, it's like we're living in a sci-fi movie. Elon Musk even said that humanoid robots could outnumber humans by 2040.
Yeah, I saw.
Is that even realistic?
Predictions like that are always, tricky, especially with technology moving so fast. Getting robots to be as intelligent and skillful as humans is still a huge challenge.
Yeah, robots aren't going to be taking over the world anytime soon.
Right.
But, I mean, the progress we're seeing is pretty incredible.
It is.
And I think what's really important is focusing on how AI and robots can work with us.
With us, yeah.
Not against us.
Totally. It's about, using these technologies to solve problems, make our lives better.
Not creating robot overlords, right?
Right, exactly.
So imagine robots, helping doctors with complex surgeries, taking care of patients, maybe even developing new treatments.
Wow.
Using all the medical data that we have. It's pretty amazing to think about.
Oh, absolutely. And you think about other industries like manufacturing or agriculture. Robots could help us produce things more efficiently and sustainably.
Right.
It's really exciting.
It feels like we're entering this new age of human potential.
Yeah.
Where we're collaborating with these machines to do things we never thought possible.
Yeah, it's a partnership.
Yeah.
Not a competition.
It's a partnership. Well, I think that about wraps up our deep dive into the world of AI and robots. It's a future that's full of amazing potential.
For sure.
But also a lot of unknowns.
A lot of unknowns, yeah. But it's definitely going to be an interesting ride.
It is. And that's it for this episode of AI Hub. We love diving deep into all this AI stuff. So if you're as fascinated as we are, be sure to subscribe for more.
Welcome to the AI Hub, a podcast for AI-driven side hustles designed for IT professionals like you.
From cutting-edge AI tools to practical, no-nonsense tips, each episode brings you closer to turning tech into income.
Tune in to discover smart and sustainable ways to boost your career and income with AI.